365, we first up start with the massive controversy that has erupted over the Jana Gana Mana, as the centre has told the Delhi High Court that the national anthem and the national song, that is Vande Mataram, stand on the same level and citizens should show equal respect to both.
In fact, the centre has said that even though, unlike the national anthem, there is no penal provisions or official instructions about singing or playing Vande Mataram, the song occupies a unique place in the emotions and psyche of Indians.
So yes, that's an appeal that has gone in from the centre side, now highlighting in front of the Delhi High Court that the national anthem and the national song, both Jana Gana Mana and Vande Mataram, stand on the same level and citizens must show equal respect to both. The submission was made by the MHA on an affidavit filed in response to a public interest litigation, a PIL by Ashwini Kumar Upadhyay. Ziad is joining us with more details on this affidavit. Yes, Ziad.
Yes, so I have the MHA affidavit which is filed in the Delhi High Court right here, and I'll take you through the key excerpts of that centre's response in the High Court. The point number 8 states that the national anthem and the national song both have its sanctity and deserve equal respect. However, the subject matter of the present proceedings can never be a subject matter seeking writ of the Honourable High Court, more particularly in view of the settled position mentioned here under. And if I take you to point number 12, the point number 12 says that both Jana Gana Mana, which is the national anthem, and Vande Mataram, which is the national song, stand on the same level, and every citizen of the country should show equal respect to the both. National song occupies a unique and special place in the emotions and psyche of the people of India. So here's a response that the Ministry of Home Affairs has filed in the Delhi High Court.
Okay, all right. So that's a very important development. That's the affidavit of the Ministry of Home Affairs. Nilashish is also joining us live, Ziad. So, Nilashish, equal respect to Vande Mataram as well. And this is the stand that the centre has officially taken, saying that anyone who says anything against it would be taking an anti-social stand.
Well, yes, absolutely. The response of the MHA came in a PIL which sought to elevate the national song Vande Mataram to an equal footing with the national anthem Jana Gana Mana. And now what the MHA has said is that it holds a special and unique place. The national song Vande Mataram holds a special and unique place in the emotions and psyche of all citizens, and it should be equally respected by citizens, given the fact that it stands on an equal footing. Interestingly, what has been said by the centre also is that such a matter should not be decided in a court of law. It has opposed this PIL because it has been stated that there is a 1971 Act which provides a penal code, a punishment if there is disrespect for the national anthem, but there is no such penal provision as far as Vande Mataram is concerned. However, what the centre said is that as far as any statements or any sort of guidelines with regard to when and the circumstances when the national song should be played or sung have not been laid down at all, but this is not a matter that should be decided by the court. However, it has been clearly stated by the MHA that they stand on an equal footing, deserve equal respect, and have a unique sentiment, emotion in terms of the citizens of India as far as both the national song and the national anthem are concerned.
All right. Unfortunately, politics over this too playing out, and political war of words flying thick and fast. Stay on with us, Nilashish. The SDPI state president, Abdul Majid, has also commented on this very controversy, and he says this is nothing but an attempt to saffronize, and how can the MHA impose this on the people of the country, that this should be a public debate. There should be a public debate on this issue. Listen in.
Vande Mataram is on equal footing as the national anthem Jana Gana Mana.
ये जो है ये MHA इसका अथॉरिटी नहीं है, इस देश का पब्लिक इसको डिसाइड करता है, ये डिबेट होना चाहिए। ये जो है ये पब्लिक का ऊपर इसको थोपा जा रहा है। ये सही नहीं है। इधर एक जो फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन है, एक लिबर्टी है, उसका खिलाफ है। क्या गाना क्या नहीं गाना वो इंडिविजुअल उसका राइट्स है कि कोई भी इम्पोज नहीं कर सकता। और ये पब्लिक डिबेट होना चाहिए। ये एक MHA एक डायरेक्शन से ये होने वाला नहीं है कि ये पब्लिक डिबेट होना चाहिए, डिस्कशन होना चाहिए, उसके बाद ही ये सारी चीज़ फाइनल होना चाहिए।
सर वंदे मातरम को लेकर काफ़ी मुस्लिम स्कॉलर्स का ऑब्जेक्शन है कि कुछ उसमें जो है विच गोस अगेंस्ट द बेसिक टेनेट्स ऑफ इस्लाम।
देखिए मुस्लिम्स का जो फाइट है, जो एक गाड़ का एक इलाही का जो फाइट है, जो वो फाइट का अगर कोई खिलाफ है तो उसको इसको मानने का कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। क्योंकि ये जो है अभी नहीं, 75 साल से जितने भी साल से इंडिया है, इंडिया से चल कर आ रहे जो कम्युनिटी उनका फाइट को एक्सेप्ट करते हुए। देखिए इधर इम्पोर्टेंट क्या है, इम्पोर्टेंट ये है कि क्या इस देश में रहने वाले इस देश का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को मानते हैं क्या। इंडिया का 20 करोड़ मुसलमान इस देश का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को मानता है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को मान के चलता है। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या क्या है वो सभी को मानता है। मगर जो भी गवर्नमेंट आएगा राइट विंग गवर्नमेंट आएगा, वो उनका आइडियोलॉजी को जो थोपने का जो काम है ना पूरे इंडिया को, ये सरासर गलत है। ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को एक्सेप्ट किए हैं, वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के मुताबिक जो भी है उसको मानने के लिए हर कम्युनिटी इधर रेडी है। मगर हर गवर्नमेंट आके उनका आइडियोलॉजी को, उनका खुद का आइडियोलॉजी को इधर तोपना कोशिश करे तो लोग उसका खिलाफ बात करेंगे, खिलाफ रहेंगे। 100%.
All right, so the SDPI is saying that this is saffronization and it is the BJP trying to impose their ideology, but the BJP has welcomed it. In fact, the BJP is saying there's nothing wrong with this. There should be equal respect and love accorded to Vande Mataram as much as the national anthem. Listen in.
हमारी आज़ादी की लड़ाई का जो वंदे मातरम मूल एक गीत रहा है और एक जुनून और जज्बे से भरपूर रहा है, कौन उसके सम्मान नहीं कर सकता। तो इसलिए राष्ट्रीय गीत हो या राष्ट्रीय गान हो, दोनों का सम्मान बराबर होना चाहिए और होता है। और हमारा पार्लियामेंट जब शुरू होता है और ख़त्म होता है तो दोनों गीतों से होता है।
And with regards to political reactions coming in, yet another reaction has come in from Congress ally RJD that has opposed the centre stand, has said that this is nothing but a political stunt.
देश को महंगाई से निजात की जरूरत है, बेरोजगारी से निजात की जरूरत है। जन गण मन अधिनायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता, ये हमारा पहले ही से स्थान है। बहुत चीजें, कई गीत हैं, कई गीत मालाएं हैं जिसमें कई खूबसूरतियां हैं, लेकिन हर खूबसूरतियों को उसी रूप में नहीं न देखी जा सकती है। सबका सम्मान अलग अलग है, सब फूलों का मान अलग अलग है। ये बात तो आपको समझनी ही चाहिए, लेकिन गुलाब का महत्व अलग है, वो तो सबको पता है ना।
All right, so a debate that's now started over the stand of the MHA. Let's open this up. Naveen Chomal, lawyer, as well as Professor Atikur Rahman, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Professor Atikur Rahman, is there a need to oppose it? SDPI saying that this is saffronization and the BJP trying to push its agenda.
Well, as far as my knowledge goes, this is a very settled opinion of the Supreme Court in regards to the national anthem, that you cannot force the people to wear the sleeves of nationalism on their sleeves. So it's quite clear, you know, the petitioners are motivated with the communalization of the political space in our country, the compel of the citizens in regard to either national anthem or national song. I would ask only one question. As Mahatma Gandhi said, you cannot ask for votes from an empty stomach. You go to the people of morbid, bleached, collapsed relatives. They will tell you whether it is important for our politicians to do their duty as regards to the common lives. The common lives matter, not wearing your sleeves, the nationalism on your sleeves matter.
Mr. Atikur Rahman, Mr. Chomal, one second. Before you begin your rebuttal, Mr. Atikur Rahman, I do understand where you're coming from. If we talk about the controversy that played out with regards to Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, all right, you must not be forced to place a Tiranga atop your house. That must come from within, and it should. by all means. But Mr. Naveen Chomal, if you'd want to come in on that, with regards to the national anthem and the national song, if it is about the unity of our nation, the pride that we take in being Indian, what is the problem, the contention here? What do you think? Is this unnecessary politics playing out?
Exactly. This is unnecessary politics with a dirty agenda, and there is absolutely no problem. In fact, let us revisit the history of Vande Mataram, the particular song by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in the Anand Math that has been the inspirational source for our patriotism and the fight for freedom for 100 years. And that is what has been on the lips of all the freedom fighters who died, even by having bullets on their chests. I remember one incident what that had happened when Veer Savarkar was put in the Ratnagiri prison, and that time people were getting arrested by the Britishers for the Khilafat movement being supported by Mohandas Gandhi. So that time Hindus and Muslims both were brought together. So while Hindus were also chanting Vande Mataram, the Muslims were not chanting Vande Mataram even that time. So Savarkar called one of the Hindu person, "What is this going on? Why are you here?" They said, "We are supporting Khilafat movement." He said, "Our own nation needs to freedom fight and you are supporting Khilafat movement?" So he said, "No, Gandhi just told us." So then, when for the people whom we are supporting the Khilafat movement, they are not supporting your Vande Mataram. So that has been the opposition from the Muslim side right from those days. I kindly appreciate our Jana Gana Mana was made national anthem only because Muslims are opposing to Vande Mataram and no other reason. In the entire history of freedom fight, people were not saying Jana Gana Mana. Nowhere will you find our revolutionaries saying Jana Gana Mana. But every person dying for the nation was saying Vande Mataram on his lips. There is no Hera on the lips while dying. Okay. There was Vande Mataram on the lips.
Right,
So
Professor Atikur Rahman, Vande Mataram is an ode to Mother India. How is it against Islam? One, and the centre stand is that it should be given equal respect with the national anthem. So why oppose it at all? Why call it the pushing of an agenda?
Well, this controversy that Vande Mataram is not very much sound to the Muslim mind has been settled by A.R. Rahman, who has taken Vande Mataram to every lip, every youth's mouth. They are chanting Vande Mataram day in and day out. There cannot be any controversy related to it. What I am saying is, Mr. Naveen Chomal and all the Hindutvawadis need the crutches of history to, ride on their communal agenda. You provide basic amenities to the people, Mr. Chomal.
But Atikur Rahman, why is this being seen as a communal agenda, sir? These have been attempts that have been made by our constitutional makers to keep the country together. Talk about the national song, the national anthem. How does anybody have anything to do with pushing the saffron agenda forward? This is
national song, ma'am. The national song and the national anthem is on the lip of every countryman. Our politicians are not giving basic amenities to the people. The people who are dying out of hunger, joblessness, cannot be expected to wear their nationalism on sleeves. Be careful while you are making such comments. Mr. Chomal, don't ride on the crutches of history with your communal agenda. People are well aware of their rights and duties.
How is it a communal agenda? That's the question. When you say that basic rights are not reaching the people, if the centre takes the stand, how does that take away from this argument at all? Mr. Naveen Chomal, false equivalence, what would you say to that when Mr. Atikur Rahman says that instead of saying that the national song is on par with the national anthem, why don't you look at the other needs of the people? What kind of an argument is that?
Exactly, he is always digressing from the topic. We can discuss this later on. But Krishnan ji and Pratibha ji, please appreciate there is something called national character. And unfortunately, in our nation, the patriotism is at a very abysmal level. And our governments, our other society people are trying to raise the nationalism, the spirit of nationalism. And this is one of the very good steps by the government. Let us all respect our Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram is, as you say, rightly said,
you are sounding like Taliban.
No, Mr. Atikur Rahman, no, you know, the fundamental question here is tomorrow someone will come out and say, let's not sing the national anthem. Why wear nationalism on your sleeve? Why should we stand up while the national anthem is being sung? There is no end to these kind of speculations, sir, and this kind of a peddling of this narrative that this is the saffron agenda that is being pushed. We're talking about our country as one.
That was the argument of the petitioners against not singing the national anthem, which the Supreme Court has upheld. We cannot compel anybody to sing a national anthem or national song, and the Hindutvawadis are like Taliban.
Nobody is compelling anyone, Professor Atikur Rahman. One is just saying the centre is just of the opinion that equal respect must be paid to the national anthem and the national song. Are you against that proposal? Are you against the idea of the national song? Do you have a problem with the national song, sir?
You provide a morbid bridge so that people don't die. You don't involve yourself into corruption. Don't make money out of your political heavens. You are elected to serve the people, not to mint money. What our politicians right now are doing are minting money in their offices, not serving the people on ground.
Okay, Professor, you seem to be digressing from it. Talking about the national song, the only stand that the MHA has taken is that the national song needs to be equated with the national anthem. It should be accorded equal amount of respect. When you say don't indulge in corruption, provide the basic rights, you're still not answering the question of why certain bodies, including the SDP as we just played out, is opposed to it, why they call it the communal agenda of the BJP.
Once the people of India get a sigh of relief that our government is working for the benefit of the people, nationalism will be erupting out of their hearts and minds. You need not, implement national anthem, national song, or wearing nationalism on the sleeve with the whip of a Taliban in your hand. Don't do this.
Professor Atikur Rahman, since you're talking about the law, you're going into history. The centre itself has come out to admit that there is no penal provision for Vande Mataram, and in that sense, this is being seen as unnecessary politics playing out. And I'm afraid you're not even taking the direct questions that are being asked of you. I'm going to have to leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Naveen Chomal and Atikur Rahman, for joining us here on Times Now. Quickly shifting our focus, viewers, the